excited about the direction our products are going. I think for years, the Sharper image was viewed as the type of store where they sold products that you really don't need. And I thought that was fine. As long as you want them, I mean, I don't think anybody needs what they sell in Tiffany or in Neiman Marcus, and those are very successful companies. However, if we could make products that people wanted and they served a useful purpose, I think that would be even better. And it tends to be true that a lot of the products that we make in our Sharper Image Design group, the products that we design ourselves, do tend to be a little bit more useful. And they've had terrific sales. Generally, every product we've made has generally moved to the top of our company's sales charts. Now, the fact is, 3/4 of our business is still products made by others, whether it's Sony, Panasonic, Interactive Health, and those will continue to be some of the most important products for our company's growth. The JVC video camera, the Motorola Talkabouts, those are great sellers for us. But what would change the balance of our profits is if we could make not just 12% of our products in Sharper Image Design like we sold last year, but if we could make 20 or 30 or someday 40% of the products ourselves, that would let us really be the profitable company that I'd like us to become. So already this year, we're running at about a 20% sales rate of our own products versus about 12% last year. So that's a significant jump in 1 year. And I believe that by the end of the year, personally, I think that the last quarter will run maybe as high as 25%. So we're making significant inroads there. Some of the recent successes you're already aware of have been products like the Turbo Groomer, the nose hair trimmer. That's been real successful. All the sound soothers have been enormously successful. This one you've seen in the stores and has only been out on the market for about 2 or 3 weeks, which is called the Personal Cooling System. You're aware of this already, but you wear this on your neck, and it's cold. I mean, it will drop the temperature on your neck about 10 to 20 degrees below the ambient surrounding air temperature. This works by a battery-powered evaporative cooler, like a miniature air conditioner that you wear on your neck, and then it cools these aluminum cooling plates inside. This product is a phenomenal seller, and why not? It does something everybody wants to do. When you're walking around an amusement park, when you're out gardening, when you're walking, if you're hot in the summertime, if you're really hot, you want to be cool. It's that simple. And for $49, for $49, this is a very reasonably priced application of new technology. So this has been a tremendous hit. It's been out 3 weeks. It's going to be a huge hit this summer. And then come the middle of June, we will air for the first time in our history an infomercial program which runs about half an hour called The Best of the Best. And in that infomercial, we will show 3 products. One of them is this product. One of them is the Ionic Hair Wand, which has also been a tremendously successful item. And one of them is a new product, which won't be introduced for about 3 or 4 weeks, called the Steam Wizard, which is the first product that gives you a portable handheld way to use steam to clean spots out of your carpet, your sofas, your car. And that's under the Sharper Image name also. So those 3 products, the Steam Wizard, the Personal Cooling System, the Hair Wand, will be in this infomercial that we'll be testing in the middle of June. This potentially could open an entire new area for us because we've seen in the past how much infomercials can drive our business at retail as well as in mail order. So it's a very exciting time in our history because we finally hit something that has taken us 5 years to get to, and that is we have basically 50 different products in the works right now that will be introduced over the next basically 24 months. That has never happened before. We've been living in an age and an era when we've been making approximately maybe 6 or 8 products a year. So the idea that we could introduce 25 a year, it's really stunning, and just 3 in this month practically. It's really going to be a very, very interesting period. And because of the test of the infomercial, the growth of the internet business, and the Sharper Image Design products, now beginning to develop this product stream of products that are useful at reasonable price points that could be sold internationally, because all these products work in an international marketplace, I think we have a tremendous opportunity to do well the next couple of years. Okay, Shannon, I'm going to let you tell us about a few other Father's Day promotions.
Yeah, I thought I would tell you about a few other things, as Richard is really focusing on Sharp Image Design products. And what I wanted to do is walk through a couple of the items that we found have proven to be incredibly successful during the spring. And it will show you the different ways that we go about introducing and testing the market. Each one of these products was introduced in a fairly different fashion, and we judge its profitability and then roll it out in different ways. So I'll go through the process and let you see what those different items are. The first product is the JVC camcorder. And this camcorder for $1,495 has already sold 4 times the previous unit that we introduced at this exact same time last year. Now, that may have been something that one could have predicted because the product is $1,495 as opposed to $2,795. But that means $100,000 in gross profit over last year for the same item. So that's pretty exciting, and it allows the stores to sell a lot more pieces. So this is a very exciting item. The next 2 items are items that we introduced in the catalog only. This first item is called Aqua Golf. And the second item you'll see in a minute is the solar fountain. Now, each one of these items is unusual in that, as I said, we started in the catalog and we're about to roll one of them out to the stores. Each one of those produced 5 times gross profit in the catalog for the cost of the catalog. So that means that for every dollar we spent building and mailing the catalog, we made $5 in gross profit on each one of those items. That's a very high return, and it tells us that we have a winner right away. So we're going to roll this Aqua Golf out into the stores, and we anticipate it being an incredible seller for the holidays, for Father's Day. And the next item, unfortunately, also had a 5 times return on its investment, but we won't be able to get that until next year, not a sufficient supply of that item. But it goes to show us that there are lots of ways that we can test items in the catalog and then roll them out and reduce our risk. Aim and Shoot was found by Scott Erdman, the toy buyer. And this product has been really fun because we put it in the catalog and then we put it in select stores. So that's an alternative that we have as well. And within the first few hours of being on the store floor, this product was sold out in quite a few stores, and they called immediately and said, wow, we have a winner on our hands. You got to get us more. So again, we rush out there to roll it out to the stores, and we believe this is something that we're going to be able to sell all the way through Christmas, and we're looking at some variations on this theme. The next one is a product that Linda Rose basically built and worked with a manufacturer overseas to do, and is another one of those instant bestsellers. It's been incredible, and we anticipate this product selling all the way through Christmas as well. It's our personal care kit. And this product at $49, we've gone through our first order of 10,000 in a month, which is pretty incredible. And we anticipate variations on this theme going forward. The next item is an example of what I would call function wins out lesser than style. In this particular case, the style is what sells. And for $300, we found that this product has its basic feature package, but the customer is voting in a big way because this product is really interesting looking and it's got a great retro look. So it taught us that in many cases, look and form have a lot of appeal. The same would be true with the Olympus camera that we're selling. This product right now is ranking in the top 30, so it goes to show that products can come from anywhere. The next one is around our top 40 item is the Uniden telephone. Now this I would consider the exact opposite of what the Retro Zoom is. This is all function and very little form. It's not very stylish, but the customer is obviously very attracted to the fact that for $200 you get an answering machine, a 900 megahertz phone, and caller ID. So that package tells us that the customer really values functions and features for a price. And last but not least is a very important product introduction for us for this coming summer, and we believe throughout the course of the year. This is our new rolling carrier, and as you can see from the photograph, Richard is standing on that product. This is a U.S. exclusive introduction, and there are two main features to this product. The features that you can't see are an invisible vertebrae that bends when it is in any way hit by something and responds or rebounds right back, so the handle is not in any way damaged. The second feature is in its honeycomb memory. So if we take a minute to actually see that we're going to now have Josh stand on this product. Okay, now Josh, you can get down, pop the handle up, and there's no damage to the handle. The most common problem with luggage today is that the handle system cannot withstand lots of damage from the carriers. The most common problem is airline damage. So that's the number one feature. The number two feature is actually, Josh, if you wouldn't mind setting it on its side, is a honeycomb memory system around the edge. It's actually fiberglass. So if you'll either sort of step on it, not stand on it, but lean on a little, and then have it pop back up. All the other luggage that we've ever sold has actually been a steel frame. You can keep doing that all afternoon. So what happens is that typically you see that bend when anything is impacted against your luggage and it doesn't come back. Well, now you get the ability to have it bend either in the middle or on the sides and it comes back. So we're very excited about this, as no one else will have this product in the entire U.S. And the price for both of the units at retail are the same as the units we're carrying today. And those will be launched starting next week. Okay, so these are all very interesting and some of our latest successes. We have lots more as we go through the season, as Richard pointed out, both in Sharper Image Design and in the other name brands. And then we'll see how our selling goes in Father's Day. So good luck to everybody. Thanks.
First question that I have is, are we changing the way our stores look? And there may have been some people have seen some of the things around the office, and we are testing a new store concept, and that first design will probably come out in late summer. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to change all our stores if the test doesn't work. It's a test. But we're very excited about it. We've got a really exciting design that we think will be the most radical change in the way that the store has looked in its history, and it has the potential to be very exciting if it works as well as we think it does. Many times just a new look will create a lot of consumer interest, and we think will make the store a lot more gender friendly, and we'll share this with you as the new look in the next couple of months. So we are secretly working on this, and we hope to have something for you in a couple of weeks.
This was an interesting question. I was at Long's drugstore. They have an imitation sound soother with 7 sounds for only $20. Ours sells for about $100 to start with 6 sounds, and if you want 10 sounds, it goes up to $128 or something, $29. Well, you know, here's the thing. We sell what I think is the better quality product. In fact, I actually got an email from somebody that told me they went out and tried to buy 2 or 3 different sound soothers and ended up returning those and buying ours at a higher price. Because generally, it's the idea that we would give people better sound quality, clearer, better quality speaker, better finish, better appearance. I mean, I use sort of a bad analogy, but I'll just make it up if you don't mind. Let's say you came from Mars and you saw like a Hyundai going down the street, and then you saw a Mercedes. You go, you know, they're both doing the same thing. They both have 4 wheels and a steering wheel. What's wrong with you dumb people at Mercedes that your car is $80,000 and this other car is only $20,000? Well, the difference is in a lot of subtle details. And for people who value those details, they'll pay the little bit extra price. Now, the best situation for us of all is to have something that's so new that nobody else has it, like the personal cooling system. So conceivably, there might be a cheaper version someday out there for half price, but nobody has that this year So we can easily sell ours for $49. And quite frankly, this is true in every technological area. I was very saddened to see that the Dell computer that I ordered from their internet site, now you can buy for $800 less already. And if I spent the same amount of money, I could get one that's 33% faster. And that's just in 5 months. But that's technology. Technology is introduced first. It has a fairly upper end price because it's new technology. As it moves through the marketplace, it gets less expensive. I won't tell you how old I am by reminding you that I learned a lot about writing ads from reading Joe Sugarman's ads, and his first one was for a calculator, the same calculator that today you buy at Long's for about $9.95, and his first one was for $600 with those same exact functions. So to answer the question, we introduce new technology first. If we continue to sell it, we better make darn sure that ours are better, and the proof of the pudding is our sound soother business has never been better than it has been this year. And we asked ourselves a year ago, what's it going to mean that all these cheaper imitations are coming out? And the answer is, so far, it's popularized the concept, but we make the better quality product, and the customers continue to recognize that. So we're the Mercedes-Benz of the sound soother business, and we should be proud of that.
Richard, did they have calculators back then?
Little beads.
Oh,
beads across the road.
Okay. The next question. This shows that people are out there and they're shopping, they're aware. This is from someone who said, how can Mary Tanner stand up at a quarterly meeting and claim that for an individual to get health coverage, we would need to pay over $700 a month with a $1,500 deductible? According to the above, and someone sent this, it says, from the Affordable Health Insurance Company, 0 deductible. According to the above statement, she's not a very good shopper. Look at that.
I want to see that too.
Yeah, right.
That looks like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it does look like maybe we should go and call it.
Have you seen this, Mary?
Mary, why don't you go and refute this? Make sure we're getting a good deal here.
Well, I have to thank the mystery shopper for the encore request, but it hurts to be called a bad shopper. This marketing piece sounds really impressive. There's no deductible. It's not an HMO, because HMO is almost a 4-letter word. For an individual who's 30-something, like me, it lists a monthly rate of $42. But we're going to dig a little bit further into this. Let me explain that the group plan we offer is just that. It's a group plan. We work with an insurance broker, a company that shops for insurance for large groups like ours, and helps us get the best plan for the best price, a plan that will cover about 700 people who work in 28 different states. It's an optional health insurance plan, and certainly no one's required to sign up for it. In fact, I think you really owe it to yourselves and to your families to shop around for a plan that makes the most sense for you, and it might not be our group plan. When you're shopping for insurance coverage, make sure you evaluate the entire package and not just what's on the surface. So let's talk about this particular ad. I called to get some more information, and the gentleman who sent this flyer out told me that if I was looking for group plans, that ironically I ought to look at Prudential because they have very aggressive rates. The Blue Cross plan that's advertised is what's called a preferred provider plan, and it's not an HMO, but you need to go to a doctor that's on their list, so it's another form of managed care. The mystery shopper had listed also on their note here that that their doctor has said Prudential is one of the worst medical coverages, and then if maybe somebody else did the shopping, we could get a better plan. If you're looking for a plan that's going to make your doctor happy, you should not look at managed care, because doctors basically hate to be told by insurance companies what to do. So if you want to make your doctor happy, pick the kind of plan I was talking about at the last meeting. This advertised Blue Cross plan has a $40 office visit copayment, and that's in very little type on the flyer. And what they don't even list on the flyer is that there's a 35% hospital copayment. So if you should actually get sick, you're going to pay a lot of money, 35% of your hospital bill. There's another Blue Cross plan that's comparable to the Prudential plan that we offer, and that plan costs $133 a month. So compared to the HMO I'm on, which is $62, and that one includes dental and life insurance, this may not be such a good deal. And even then, the fine print says these rates are subject to final underwriting. Uh-oh. That means they're going to look at my medical history, they're going to look at my family medical background, and most likely the rates are going to be higher. So don't be fooled by this kind of marketing. The rates listed aren't quotes, and they aren't necessarily what I would pay or what you would have to pay for this kind of plan. Again, there are a lot of options out there. I shop for the group plan as part of my job, and I take that very seriously. But as individuals, you and I ought to shop the market and find the best plan for our individual needs. Remember that our group plan includes medical, dental, and life insurance. And be sure that you're doing an apples-to-apples comparison and not comparing apples to artichokes. One last thing regarding this comment. I'd like to invite our mystery shopper to get in touch with me because I think there are some things that he or she could learn from me, and I think there are some things that I could learn from him or her. Thanks.
You know, I think it's really healthy that people bring up the question because it's good for all of us to hear the answer. And that's, I thought that was a really good answer, Mary. Here's a question. What's happened with our sharp image stock recently is why has it been jumping around so much? I think, truthfully, two things. One is that we've come off a number of years where maybe there was not a perception out there that we were on a positive uptrend, both in sales and earnings. And I think right now the market has identified that we're on a positive uptrend in sales and earnings. And that probably is that simple. The other thing is that we are occasionally talked about in internet chat stock buying groups as potentially an internet play, and that's great. I mean, I love the fact that it's recognized that we're one of the first to get into the world of electronic shopping, that we're doing very well at it, and if people think our stock's undervalued, that's a great reason to buy into our stock. You know, in so many ways, we're still such a cheaply valued stock. I'll just give you one quick example. It just kills me. Amazon.com, great concept. They're selling books on the internet. Doing a great job. Did 167 million of sales last year. 167 million of volume. We did 217. Is that right? Our sales are almost 50% higher. They lost $27 million last year doing that. We made about $1 million. Their capitalized value in the marketplace, that is taking the number of shares out there times their stock price, is $2 billion. Our capitalized value is less than $100 million. So their capitalized value is 20 times ours, even though we did 50% more business and they lost tons of money and are planning to lose tons more money this year. I mean, life ain't fair, let me tell you. But at least our stocks moved up from 3.5 to about roughly 6.5, 7. So we're making progress.
The first one award goes to Bill Farrow. And Bill cannot be with us because he's on his honeymoon in France. If I was me, I would have been here. Maybe not. Bill is our manager of allocation and distribution. Very important function, getting the right products to the right stores at the right time.
There are very few people that are as conscientious and are in as early and stay as late and have so many details to juggle. I mean, I know we all feel like our jobs are hard, but this person's job is way hard. They have got so many loose ends out there because the person is supervising the production of our sharper image design products. And that means coordinating all these factories in the Far East. And you would not believe the amount of detail and follow-up and little problems and big problems and headaches. I mean, it is amazing. And every day he comes in, he's in the best mood. He's like so happy. You wonder, what is this person on? How you can be so happy every day and so energetic and so excited about the job every day. And he does it just so consistently day after day. It's been absolutely great. And it's a lot of the reason that we're now turning out all these products. So step forward, our Director of Production, Associate of the Quarter, Tom Krisiak.